Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Card Sharks here on the channel. Glad you could be with us once again. And Richard Montgomery has done pretty good for himself on our last couple of shows. He has a two-day total of $6,500. He is unable to be with us right now, so we're going to be crowning an interim championship for this game. And both of our players that we have today are making their first appearances this season. And the first of them is comes all the way from Jamaica, Mr. Davion Baker. How are you, sir?
Sir, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Tell the folks a little bit about yourself, if you please.
For those who remember me from the wheel, hello again. But for those who are new, I am 22 years old. I'm from Sablama, Jamaica. I'm a college student from the University of Technology. I love game shows. I love watching wrestling, and my new hobby, I love Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah, very nice. Never really played Dungeons and Dragons, but I might have to try and get into that. And as Davion pointed out earlier, he was on our made some appearances on our daytime Wheel of Fortune this past season, including being in the finals for our Tournament of Champions, which of course was I will not say who won that for the benefit of those who may not have seen it yet, but you will definitely want to check out both halves of that. Very exciting. Davion, we wish you the best of luck in our game here, and your opponent today is also making his first appearance of the season, as we mentioned. Let's welcome in Chris Rahman. How are you, sir?
Hello. It's good to be here.
All right, Chris. Remind the folks a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am from Palm Bay, Florida. I'm about to be 21 in about a month or so. I'm also a college student at my local community college, which just ended their semester just last week. I am a YouTuber, and I like game shows in general.
Very nice. Well, we wish you the best of luck in our game here today. And the two of you, of course, know how we play our game, but for those new viewers that may be tuning in for the first time, the first one of Davion or Chris to win 2 games out of 3 will win the match, become our interim champion in this case, and play the money cards for a chance at 32 grand. Alright, so if both of you are ready, we're going to get started here with our first question in round 1. And since we're deciding an interim champion, Davion is playing the red cards and Chris is playing the blue cards here. Alright,
Right.
So Davion, the first question goes to you, sir. And we asked 100 single women, have you ever given someone a fake phone number? How many said that yes, they have given someone a fake phone number?
This is an interesting question because you see women give some phone numbers, but giving a fake phone number. This is a tough question, but it's an interesting one too. So I will give it about 35 of them.
Alright, Davion says 35. Chris, is the actual number higher or lower than 35?
Giving women a fake number, one or two things. A, you're just concerned for your safety, or B, you just don't trust them in general. That's the only thing it comes to. Let's see. For that number, maybe just a slight bit higher.
Alright, Chris says it's higher. The actual number of single women who said that they've given someone a fake phone number is 76 of them. It is higher.
Wow.
Yeah, chances are that those women probably do that when they don't want the person that they're seeing or whatever to know their actual phone number. Probably so that
There's
the
apps
person
you can
doesn't.
do that now, actually.
Well, well, that's the thing. Like back in like the old days or whatever, like say like like before internet, you could probably get away with that. But in this day and age, no, I don't think you'd be able to get away with that now.
Right.
Chris, you're gonna see the cards first, and you're starting off with an 8. You can play it or change it.
Please get rid of that snowman.
All right, the 8 is now a jack.
Okay, a little bit better. Let's go lower.
Lower than a jack. Oh no.
Oh.
No. Yeah.
Show up.
Too bad this isn't high rollers, or else you get an insurance marker. But sadly, this is not high rollers, so no marker. Davion, we are going to go to you, and you have a free.
Well, now. Okay. I'll go higher.
Higher than a 3, a 9.
Ooh. Hmm. Let's try higher.
Higher than a 9. Oh no, it's a 4. Alright, no progress there by either player, but it's still very early. And, okay. Chris, now on that last question, it was asked to 100 single women. This next one's yours, and this was also asked to 100 women, but they're not single women. It's just 100 women in general on this one. And it's a bit of a rather interesting one because it's a would you rather scenario, so pay attention. We asked 100 women, would you rather have dinner with Brad Pitt or Abraham Lincoln? How many of them said that they would rather have dinner with Brad Pitt?
Dinner with Brad Pitt. Huh. If they look, if these women would be having dinner with Brad Pitt, they are lucky. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of them would be lucky. Love to have dinner with Brad Pitt. That number, I'm gonna say about 60.
All right, Chris says 60 of them. Okay, Davion, higher or lower than 60?
That's a ratio. 60 go with Brad Pitt and 40 go to Abe. I feel like it might be a little bit higher. Oh my god, so I will go higher.
You go higher, okay. The actual number of women who said that they would rather have dinner with Brad Pitt is 45 of them. It is lower.
Wow.
Okay, Chris, you're back in control. You've got yourself a jack.
Let's just hope this doesn't mess me up again. Let's try lower.
Lower than a jack. There we go. It's a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce, a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4, a queen.
Lower.
And he says that with uncertainty, but you will win $1,000, $500 for the game, plus $500 for running the table without freezing if this is lower than the queen. It is. You got it. Yeah, that last one was a 10, so Chris, you're already off and running with that $1,000. And Davion, you're going to need this one to tie up the match. And you get the first question here in our second round, okay? This one was asked to 100 dentists, and they were asked, do you enjoy pulling teeth? How many of them said yes, they do?
I experienced pulling teeth before. They already know how painful it is. So seeing that, but I'm gonna do something interesting. Right in the middle, 50.
Okay. 50 of them. Chris, higher or lower than 50?
Already round 2. You're already going there. Good job. Honestly, let's be real. I don't. Dentists, I don't believe enjoy pulling out people's teeth. I don't think anybody would enjoy that because that's painful. But I'm gonna go just a little bit lower.
You're gonna go a bit lower. Now, Davion, did you pull a page out of the Nesrun playbook with your answer of 50 there?
Maybe.
Y'all both
Maybe. The actual number of dentists who said that they enjoy pulling teeth is 60 of them.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. And Davion, you are going to be going first here in game number 2. We start off with an ace. Oh, that is lovely.
Wow. Well, that's good. Let's go lower.
It's a queen.
Okay, then. I will go lower again.
A 6.
I'll go higher.
All right, he's going to play on, and he says higher than a 6. It's an 8.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
All right, that takes away the $500 bonus for running the table without freezing, but you are 1 card away from tying up this game, and that I think is more important here. Chris,
Yeah.
we asked 100 people, have you ever talked to a celebrity? How many of them said yes?
I can imagine a lot of people would love to talk to a celebrity, but with online, it's somewhat possible. Um, I'm gonna say around 58.
58 of them. Davion, higher or lower than 58?
Well, with these kind of with these current days, it could happen if it was online, but if it was face to face, it might be difficult. So with that
Hmm.
said, mm, I will go a bit lower.
A little bit lower. The actual number of people who said that they have talked to a celebrity is 50 of them. It is just a little bit
Wow.
lower.
Wow.
But yeah, you guys both have a point. Trying to talk to a celebrity can be proved to be very difficult because of the busy schedules that they all have.
Right, of course.
Anyways,
Absolutely.
Davion, control goes back to you, and you can change the 8 if you so choose.
I would like to, sir.
Very well. Let's get rid of that 8 and replace it with another 8.
Boy.
But you are only
All
one
right.
card away, though. That is the good news, so keep that in mind.
At least that. 50-50 shots. Let's go higher for this one.
To tie up the game, no, 3.
Ooh.
Well, like I said, it was only one card. Chris, we're going to go to you, and you've got yourself a nasty 7. Ooh, that's not much of an improvement, and you cannot change
No.
this one. You must play it.
Of course. Right. Let's go with the odds and say higher.
It's a 4. Ooh. No progress there. And Davion, we go to you for this next one. We asked 100 rideshare drivers, have you ever kept something a customer left in your car? How many of them said yes, they have kept something a customer left in their car?
Ooh. That's an interesting situation for that. I'll give that about 30 people.
30 of them, okay? Chris, higher or lower than 30?
I'd say that's a little bit higher.
He says higher. Actual number of rideshare drivers who said that they've kept something a customer left in their car is 21 of them. It's just a little bit lower there. Alright, Davion, you're back in control. You want to try again with changing the 8?
Hope my luck is better this time. Change it, please.
I figured. Well, that's much better. You got
Thank
it.
you. Thank you, cards, gods. Please. Let's go lower this time.
Alright, if this is lower, you'll win yourself $500 and you will tie up the match lower than the ace. Oh no!
What?
Just what we didn't want to see there. Double.
Wow.
Sorry. Chris, another break for you.
Higher?
Wow.
Higher?
Higher than a 7. It's a jack.
Hope this doesn't mess me up again. Lower.
Oh no! A double.
Oh
Wow.
boy.
Okay, that means we are going to go to our 4th and final question here. Someone must win on this play of the cards. And Chris, we go to you on this one. We asked 100 people, would you trust personal advice from Dr. Phil? How many of them said yes, they would?
Trust advice from Dr. Phil. Well, I think there's a lot of people they would say they would, some they won't. That depends on what the issue is about. Let's go in the middle. Let's go someone in the middle and say 55.
Alright, Chris says 55. Davion, higher or lower than 55?
Yeah, Chris is right. It depends on the situation dealt with because yeah, we see a lot of people who come to Dr. Phil either they listen or not. So with that said, think it's a little bit lower.
Alright, Davion says it's lower. Actual number of people who said that they would trust personal advice from Dr. Phil is 37 of them. It is lower. Alright, Davion, here's the situation. You have a choice to make. You can play your ace. You could possibly change it, although I don't think you'd want to. Or you could pass it over to Chris and force him to play off the 7. He would have to turn over all 4 cards correctly. You, on the other hand, only need 1 in order to tie up this game. So, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna take the fate in my hands and I'll go lower.
Lower than the ace to tie the game. It's a 6. You got it.
Thank you.
Alright, $1,000 for Chris, $500 for Davion, and we go to sudden death. 1 question. So control is going to be very important here. And Davion, the question is for you. Listen carefully, both of you. We asked 100 parents, do you watch more TV shows aimed at kids than at adults? How many of them said they watch more TV shows aimed at kids?
I know a fact that it's 100% true that I watch more television than right now. So, with that said, I will go with 75.
75 of them. Chris, higher or lower than 75?
Davion does make a good point on that. For this number, however, I think I'm gonna go
the orange chicken that they want. It's a big enough piece. You sauce it, it's gonna be like.
Repeat that, Chris.
Oh, sorry. A little bit lower, please.
Lower, okay.
Yeah.
Travis, if you can mute yourself, please.
Thank you.
Chris, that was why I had to ask you to repeat your answer there. Anyways, the number of parents who said they watch more TV shows aimed at kids than at adults is 43 of them. It is lower.
Wow.
And not gonna lie, I sometimes have a habit of aiming watching some of those shows targeted at that younger demographic myself. If they're good, that is. If it's something like, if it's something like a certain purple dinosaur, well, we won't even discuss that.
No.
Chris, Davion, we're going to turn over both of your cards, and then Chris, you'll have a choice to make here.
With that shell. Don't hate on Barney.
All right, Chris has a 7, and Davion, you have an 8. Ooh. Both nasty cards, but the decision lies with Chris. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm just gonna cut this in advance. I'm gonna say GG to Davion in advance anyway, but Davion, good luck with that card.
Alright, Davion, you gotta turn over 2 cards here, and you cannot change the 8.
Yeah, all I could say to GG, Chris, we really have a tough one.
Yeah, I know. Bad cards.
50-50. Hope for the best. Let's go higher.
Higher than an 8. No, and Chris is our interim champion. Alright, Chris, we've got $1,500 on top of you in just a moment. Davion, you put up a very good fight, sir. Any last words before we say goodbye to you?
Hopefully, but
Alright, well,
at least win the money.
Alright, well, we'll definitely have you back again, hopefully later on down the line here before the end of the regular season. Now, you're not leaving us empty-handed. You have that $500 that you picked up for winning the second round, and we thank you for being on Card Sharks.
Thank you, sir. I will be back.
Alrighty. Now, Chris, let's get you over to the money card, sir.
Very well.
Alright. And of course, you know how this works. If you double all the way, you can get yourself $32,000, and we are going to start you off with a 7.
What
Please get rid of it with number 2.
Okay. The 7 is now. It's another 7. Now, I'll quickly remind you, Chris, that the minimum bets are $50 for each card until you get to the big bet where you have to risk at least half the bank, okay?
Right. $100 higher.
100 higher than a 7. Oh no, a deuce. Well, not a very good starting card, but this next one's an improvement, so you may as well bet the whole thing, right?
Well, it's a card I can't lose, so might as well all of it higher.
I thought so. And there you go, you're back up to $200. And you've got an ace.
All of it lower.
Everything lower than an ace. Yeah, there we go. It's a 10. Let's move that up. And we're going to double him up to $800. You can change the 10 or you can play it.
Choices. 500 lower.
Alright, he's going to keep it and go $500 lower. Oh no, it's a king. But a king is a very good card though, Chris. Don't get me wrong.
Right. Let's just go with it and hope for the best. All of it lower.
There you go, it's a 3.
Hope for the best, all of it higher.
Everything higher than a 3, an ace. Let's move that up. You've got to risk at least $600 on this, but with a card like this, I think you're going to want to go all in.
All of it lower.
I thought so. Give him $2,400. There we go. $2,400 in this many card number this round. Well done, sir. Alright, plus the $1,500 from that, and your one-day total, Chris, is $3,900. Well done. And you're going to be back with our next show as Hero Champion, and hopefully Richard will be available with us as well. We'll see you next time on Card Sharks, folks. So long.